Today on VA Wednesday, we're going to be talking about VA loans and credit scores. I'm going to try to do this in a way that you guys can understand, but I'm going to be very upfront. It is a confusing maze. It is, and here's why. So VA itself doesn't actually set any credit score. They don't have a specific credit score. However, there are requirements that an underwriter has to look for in terms of credit worthiness. So if your credit score is 400, you've never paid a bill on time, it's not going to work, okay? From what I've seen, is there a lender willing to do it? I don't know, but the problem's going to be we still have to show your ability to repay, okay? Now, one thing I hear a lot is oh my gosh, Jen, you can do it? They told me my score had to be 640. They told me my score had to be 660. It depends on what lender you talk to, what your score needs to be. Let me say that again. It depends on what lender you talk to, what your score needs to be. And then it also, in addition to that, it could depend on the loan amount. So VA itself does not actually have any loan limits anymore. They got rid of those in 2020, which I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about a lot. So yes, we can do $1 million loans with VA. Yes, we can do $1.8 million loans, 0% down with VA. Love them. They're so good for states like California, Texas, where we're seeing those price points bump up. They're very helpful. However, are there going to be different credit score requirements for those loans based on the lender? Yes. So like for instance, with us, we'll go up to 1.2 million with a 620 credit score. Okay, as long as the computer likes the file. There's other lenders that will only go up to 1.2 million if your credit score is over 640, if your credit score is over 680, if your credit score is over 700. It's really going to depend on how the lender prices it. Now, if your loan amount is, let's say, under 548, will we take a lower credit score? Yeah, we will. Our guidelines actually state that we go as low as 580. So it depends on how much the loan is, but I would actually say, like in my experience, and this is my own personal experience, this is not, me, it's just what I'm seeing, right? You guys know with my videos, I tell you everything I'm seeing. So in theory, I can do 580. I have yet to see one get through the computer. So a lot of this stuff is a lender will have a credit score requirement, and then they'll have the requirement that they need to get the computer to accept it. It's known as an AUS, a DU, or an LP approval. And I haven't seen one under 600 make it through the system. And this isn't a system unique to guaranteed rate. All lenders, when they're doing VA loans, they're running it through underwriting. They're running it through LP or DU, or they should be. It's part of the process. So the only time we wouldn't do that is if you were doing what's known as a manual underwrite. So a manual underwrite would be if your credit score and everything else hits our lender requirements. And I'm going to say this again, lender requirements, not VA, lender requirements, then we can override the computer, okay? However, all lenders have different rules on this stuff. And that's why I was trying to do this video without confusing you, but honestly, here's the bottom line. VA and credit scores, talk to 4 different lenders, you're going to get 4 different answers. So let's say you're trying to buy an $800,000 house and people are saying your credit has to be 700. Call me, I'm at 620. You might have someone else who chimes in and says, call me, I'm at 580. There's all these different parameters. So the most important thing for you guys to know is that VA does not set the actual credit scores required. It's the individual lending companies, and it varies dramatically. It varies dramatically. There's some lenders, and it's kind of interesting to me because it's a lot of the ones that every single veteran calls immediately because of the name or something else. And they're usually pickier on the credit scores. They're like, oh, we can't touch it unless it's under 660, unless it's over 660 or over 640. And then also we'll see with some companies what they're doing is if the credit score is like 600, they're requiring 10% down. And we're like, it's VA, it's 0%, like why? So very important to know that when you guys are hearing this information, always get a second opinion. If you feel like you're being booted out of the market because your credit score is not where it needs to be, just call me. Don't fill out an application. Call me. Tell me what's going on. I can generally easily say like, okay, yeah, watch out for this, this, or that, or say, yeah, let's fill it out. Let's take a look. Let's run it through the computer and see what we get. So I hope this has been helpful. Questions, comments, as always, I am licensed in 46 states to do mortgages. You can watch my videos, learn everything you need to know about myself and my team. We're here to help. We love what we do, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this.